In the early 1900s, it was really important that our country become more self-sustainable, and we started having, because of the universities, we started having technology developments that allowed for some improvements in agriculture, where we could truly become a great nation when it came to providing food for the world and our own people. So the combine was invented during the early teens, and by 1910 we had a big push for irrigation. The farmers were building irrigation systems all across the valley. The railroads were down here promoting land, not just in this country, but also promoting the Rio Grande Valley as the Magic Valley in Europe as well, and selling farmland in South Texas to farmers from all over the world. And we planted our first commercial citrus in 1907, and then by 1910, between 1910 and 1915, you had a big push of onions, cabbage were put on rail cars and shipped out of the valley. The railroad companies set up booths at the state fair in Dallas and promoted the Rio Grande Valley and agriculture. And they had a big exhibit with citrus, really, trying to sell the Rio Grande Valley as a special place. And the university played a major part. Texas A&M researchers would come down here. Eventually, the research station was built. But prior to any of the legislation, we set up an extension office in Hidalgo County in January 1914. And this was actually before the Smith-Lever Act, which was passed by Congress in May of 1914. And then in 1915, Texas ratified that law, and they passed to have an extension service. But we were already here, and by 1915, we had not only helping farmers, we had home demonstration clubs, and we had ladies, the farmers' wives, who were actively participating in learning how to become sustainable. It's one thing to just be out on a farm, but you need to learn how to can food so that during the months when crops are not being harvested, the family can eat. And they had classes in things like not only canning, but how to make mattresses, how to make clothing for the family. And then the children were involved as well. The predecessors of the 4-H club, the modern 4-H club, were the boys' corn club and the girls' tomato clubs, where the boys learned how to grow crops and the girls learned how to can them. So extension has been a viable part of the development of Hidalgo County since its very early days. And we're going to be kicking off that event, that celebration, on November 16th at the Edinburgh Convention Center, with a lovely luncheon and a real celebration with some of our officials from College Station. And Chuy and Jose is going to be with us that day as well.